Hello everyone, today's the day I'm going to be changing the tracks on the Challenger 95E. I'm Mark. You normally see me ploughing out and about with this machine, and it's time for some new tracks. As you can see in the back there, they're quite worn. It's time for some new ones. I'm going to put a video together hopefully, and you'll see how today goes. We'll see how we get on. So these are the tracks we're going to be putting on from Oakfields and Brock's, which was sourced earlier on in the year, which we'd got, and the drive wheels too, which were delivered a little bit later on. But if I flip the camera over, you'll see. Bloody flip the camera. So these are the new tracks what we've got from Oakfields, Brock's. And these are the drive wheels which we've got to put on. As the drive wheels are gone, I'll show you them in a minute. But so the tools we got the JCB, which obviously I can't lift them, so we'll use that to lift them. Also the drive wheels. There's 4 of these. There's 2 aside on the machine. And what I've got here is I've got some old drive wheels, and I use them as a stand for the back. So all will become clear in the video. I put 2 jacks under the front, which I've got there, all ready to go. There's the pipes, which will put pressure on the other side of the accumulators to take the weight off the front axle, so we can get the belts off. And 2 homemade stands, which I made quite a few years ago. So I'll just have a look at the drivers on the machine now, and you'll see how bad they are. Obviously this machine was ploughing yesterday, so I haven't really washed it down, so I didn't really want to have it all wet, dripping everywhere when I'm changing it. So that's the sort of state they're in. Those have got to come off. This deflector plate in the middle there, which you can see is rather nasty and muddy, that's got to come off too. The airbags, which is on the idlers in the middle there, the rollers, we've got to let the pressure go on that, so that sort of float about, so we can get the tracks off nice and easy. This is the clever part. So this front axle will move back towards the back end of the machine, and you can see underneath there's the pivot point there, which I will get under and make sure that's free from any debris as soon as I can when I get the pipes on. The pipes will be connected to these big accumulators at the front. So you see these here, we'll get 2 pipes on them. So they're actually connected. So the left and the right one will be joined together, which will then go to the back of the machine, to one of the spill valves. And then we'll be able to put pressure in that cylinder and release the weight on the drive belts. So therefore this belt will become loose. And then we can start to get to work at the back, taking these drive wheels off. And when it's all suspended in the air, and then there's a ring of bolts to undo. Those ones in there, we'll get them all undone and then pop it off. Easy as that, he says. Anyway, we'll get on with the job and I'll do some more videos. There we are. I now have the jacks in the front, all ready to lift the front up. It's just the pipes next to go on these accumulators. There's a plate which you take off. If I just go around to the back of the machine now, this is how I lift the back off the back of the machine straight off the ground. So we use this old idler, or drive wheel I really should say. If I use that, which has got concrete in, and we use that for crushing our chemical cans. But today I'm using it as a platform with a little bit of wood on there, which is hard, sort of oak wood, and I've lifted it on there before. So we'll extend the ram using the linkage to lift the machine off the ground completely, and let's see how we get on. So here I am under the front of the crawler, just trying to jack the front up with these 30-ton jacks. It takes some effort to push them up, but we'll get there. As you can see, I've got the front lifted up. I had one of the jacks let me down, so I had to put a different one under. But there we are. You can just see that the front tracks are off the ground now over there. Look. Now we'll lift the back end up on the hydraulics. And now with the engine running, I should lift the rear of the crawler up, and hopefully that'll be off the ground. We will see. Just need to reposition the wood at the back. We'll just lift the back of the crawler up now, and hopefully the wood's in the right position this time. Happy with that. Now we can start getting the tracks off. I'm just going to undo, there's a bung on the side of that accumulator. I'm just going to undo that, but I normally put a piece of rag over it because I think there'll be some pressure. We'll see. Just waiting for the pressure to go. Are we going to be lucky? Shouldn't be, I know, but it's a breather, so. There we are. Pressure's gone. There's a little bit in there, but that's all it is. A little breather. Sometimes you can get pressure behind it though, and it just pop. There we are. So the next thing to do is we've got to connect these pipes. See these pipes here? These pipes into where that hole is now. And then what we do is we put oil the other side of the accumulator, so that big spring in there gets compressed the other side. I should imagine it's quite cruel actually, but anyway, that works. So we get that pipe in there, start the engine, pressure up, and that'll slacken the tracks, and there we are. Let's give it a go. I'll do a little time lapse on there, just screwing that in there. Now what we'll do, we're all plugged in there. It's all plugged in there the other side, you can see, all ready to go. We'll go around the back now and just plug it in. Because I've laid the pipe underneath. The idea is we won't be under there at all. So the pipe's got to go into there, into the spool, and we start the engine and turn that little tap, and track the tracks. I just got on there and just cleaned that pin, as you can see what's going to move. I forgot I painted the machine last year, so there's a bit of paint on it, so I just got a bit of emery and cleaned it up. So it should slide back on that shaft now. There it goes. It's just after lunch, back out at it again. I'm all ready to take the weight off the front axle now, so that we can get the tracks off. I'll set the camera up so we'll see it happen. So here we are. We'll now let the pressure go on the tracks. There we are. Now we've got some work. What we'll do is we'll just go around the back here and we'll turn this tap off now, so that you know, it can't all of a sudden let go. You can see that the tracks are definitely all loose now, all ready to come off. You see the cylinder there now is pushed right out, look. So it's all ready to get these bad boys off. I'm just going to let the pressure go in here. I can undo it one-handed. There we are. Be gone in a hurry. Ready? 90 psi, gone just like that. Slacking all that off. Next on the list is to get them plates off in there. Now we've got their middle plates out, we've just got to get that ring of bolts in the middle there, undo those, and the same the other side, so I'll do a time lapse on that. Just because I'm working on my own today to do this, I'll put the forklift there just so that it can't fall off. But all the bolts are out and we're ready to take that first drive wheel off, the outer one, this side, and then that'll be the tracks in. So now I've got the outer drive wheel off at the back, and you can see how the lugs go in between the two drive wheels now, how they sort of go around the edge, look, just to keep it in line. But you can see the inner one is held in. There's some smaller bolts there, look, there's three, one there, one there that I've got to undo. But we need to get the track off now, so that'll be the next thing. So here we are, ready to get that track off. And the idea is we're going to put a tine underneath here where the camera is now and hook that off the back. We're going to slide the bottom out under them two rollers that are higher, and then we'll get them under the other two as well, because that will pivot on that on the axle. And then this front axle is a little bit lower here, but that is a lot higher the other side, so by the time it levels itself out, that should just slide off underneath, and then we'll pick the belt up with a telehandler and get the other one ready to put it on. What I like to try and do as well is when we do change tracks, is I like to check these bearings in the front idlers here. There's a big bearing in there, so I just like to check them, get a bar in there, make sure there's no play, because we're looking at possibly another 3,000 hours before we'll do this again, so let's hope they're all right. So there we are, that didn't go too bad. A little bit of jiffling about with a loader to get the track off. There it is. Free to a good home if anybody wants it. Let's get on with these tracks. Next step is I just got to get those 3 bolts undone and then get this drive wheel going. You can see the sort of state of it. Really has took some hammering with all the stones and that we have about here. That'd have. But that's a good way to get in and have a look and clean it. Yeah. Right, next step, get the drive wheel off, get the new ones on, and then just check these wheel bearings in the front there. How different does that look? No track to the track. So here's one of the drive wheels, the inner one. You can see which way the chevrons are facing. It always pushes the soil from the inside out. Well, that's the idea of it anyway. Just got to get that on there now. That's the first drive wheel gone on, and 3 more. Well, not even halfway there yet. Let's get the track on next. Oh, I've checked the bearings in this front wheel. There's no play in them whatsoever. It's just brilliant how they work. 16,000 hours and counting. Ram is still out, which is good. No leaks either. So here we are, we've got the tracks all ready. Just go over the front idler, which is this one here. Just pop that over the front and then slide the bottom in, lift the top up, hang it over the back, and then pop the new drive wheel in, and that'll be that side done. Easy as that, he said. I was struggling getting this track on this side, and then I realised that the arms had gone down, or the linkage had gone down to the back a little bit, so it crept down a little bit. So I've just lifted it up again, and we should be good to just push that under now and get this track on. So there we are. That was a bit of a little bit of a struggle. I didn't realise that the linkage had gone down a little bit, and so the rollers in the middle were quite close to the ground. But there, it's on now. We've just got to put the other drive wheel at the back, and then do it up, and then repeat the other side. Just getting these drive wheels lined up now. It's been a bit of a devil because you can't be in two places at once, but nice new paint on it, look. What's the rest a shame? We're getting there. I just got the loader holding the top of the driver. The last bolt to get off, sometimes it just pings off, so safety having it on there. So here we are again, once we got this off. You can now get this drive wheel off. There's only them 3 bolts holding that on again. And then look at the state of that. Should have washed it. Just got to check that front wheel bearing and get the driver on. Get that out of the way. It's another one for Eater a Good Home. We're getting there now. I've got the inner drive wheel on. We've just got to get the track on now, and then the outer wheel, and we're nearly there. Crack on. Here's the inner drive wheel on the right hand side. What's going on? I've got the other one to put on now. Track first. Yeah, we're getting there. Look at that paint. So there we are, we're nearly finished. Just got to put the outer drive wheel in there. I'm starting to lose a bit of daylight now, but yeah, we're getting there. A little bit more to go yet. Foot plates, not foot plates, the deflector plates to go back on. Air in there, in the airbags, and then tension them up. See what it looks like. Do you like that paint now? Well, we have the tracks on. I think the next thing will be to tension them up and make sure they sit alright. And then we'll do all the other little bits. So there they are. New tracks. We'll see how they perform. Nice paint in there. But yeah, we'll get that tensioned up. You just gotta let that ram go. What's in there? And we'll be there. So we're in the 95E now. We're just gonna start up and tension these tracks up. So we'll see how it goes. We're just gonna watch for the front there. Float the hydraulics and they should move forward. Should be moving now. Something went crack. Better go and have a look. See. Right side now, so we're just all tensioned up. That looks all alright this side. Looks pretty good. Just check the other side. Yeah, looks alright. I think I need to wash it now, I think. Just gotta get them jacks out from underneath there now, get the pipes off. Airbags pumped up, which you can see there, then get these deflector plates put back on. We're nearly there, and then I'll go around and tighten all these bolts up then. So yeah, not a bad little project for a Friday afternoon. Well, it's normally a 6-hour job for me changing tracks on my own, so it's not too bad. It's got a nice little job really. Don't want to do it too often though. Cost of it. New drive wheels in there, but we're just going to let this down now, so we'll do a little video on that. Put that all together. Just go and let that down now on the ground. We're on the last finishing touches now, so the deflector plates have just gone in. Airbags will be pumped up, and then these pipes have got to come off, which I have just loosened now. There is no pressure in them, so they've got to come off, and then jacks to come out, which are in there still. They've got to come out, and then just clear everything away. And just give it a little bit of a run and we should be there. It's got the pipe off, and there's a fair bit of oil that came out for there. So it looks alright though. It's got the other side to go now. Just pumping the airbags up now. Make some funny noises in there. I normally have the airbag up to about 90 psi in there. That's 80. A little bit more. Nearly there. There it is. Full focus. 90. So it's all done, tracks are all on, drivers are on as well, bearings are checked, got pressure in the airbags, little deflector plates all back on, and just needs a good wash now. Yeah, it's about 6 hours work for one. I normally do it in 6 hours, putting tracks on. So there it is, all done. Just got to try out now. One thing I have noticed is this gap all the way down the middle. Wonder how they'll perform in the field. We will see. We will see. There we are, all done. I can give them now. New tracks on the Challenger 95E.